Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we haven't got any gameplay, but I've looked and I've decided to do my top 5 worst purchases ever in World of Tanks Blitz. Now, these are all tanks. They're going to be tanks. Of course, there are other purchases that you could buy, background camos, etc., but we're solely looking at tanks. My top 5 worst purchases ever in World of Tanks Blitz. Now, these are in no particular order. They are just 5 of my worst tanks that I've ever bought. Now, number 1, the first one is, I've got to say, this tank right here. I absolutely hate it. Some people will disagree, of course, that is absolutely fine, but I'm just talking about my purchases and what I feel of the tank. And the STG, a tier 8 Russian medium tank, I think this tank is absolutely poor. Same as the other STG that they've recently bought out as well. That just, in my opinion, that it's just poor. It's a bad tank, and I absolutely hate this tank. I really do. I think it sucks. Yeah, the armor profile isn't too bad, but overall it has no gun depression. It's slow. It's horrible. It really is horrible, and definitely a worthy mention in this top 5. So that is number 1. Number 2, it's the ground tank. Now, I think this tank honestly really does suck. Now, bear in mind, it's not going to be every single tank, or it might not be every single tank that has come into stores. It could be other tanks that I've had to get for gold, or had to spend money on gold to also be able to get the tank, like if it was part of the season tank or something like that, because of course some of them you do get for free, but sometimes you do have to spend a little bit of money or time, you know, time is money. So it might not always be physical money that I've spent. It could, like I said, it might have been I've invested gold, or even a lot of time to try and get the tanks. The ground tank, again, absolutely sucks. It's big, it's ugly, and ultimately it is absolutely shit. Absolutely hate it, dislike it, and yeah, it shouldn't be in the game. It just, honestly, look at it. Just look at it. It absolutely sucks. So that is tank number 2. Moving on to tank number 3. Now, number 3, it might be hit and miss. You know, some people may love the tank, but personally, I think it sucks. We are talking about the Caliban. Now, the thing with the Caliban, you know, when it goes well, it goes well. It's the same kind of thing as the Death Star. It's got a massive alpha, but a mega reload. Ultimately, I just think it sucks. It sucks too much. Yes, you do have a alpha of 580, but the fact is, you've only got AP and HE. Yes, the HE is high alpha, but you struggle. I mean, you really do struggle. If you come up against tier 9s, I mean, 218 pen, that's the best you're going to get. It sucks. The reload absolutely sucks as well. I mean, 21 seconds for this tank. The DPM sucks. The alpha, of course, nice. Aim time 7.2. Dispersion 0.5. Honestly, I hate the Caliban. I think it sucks, and if you miss any of your shots or only do splash damage, then it even decreases your DPM even more. So it honestly, I hate this tank, and it's definitely a good member in my list. So that is tank number 3. Now we're going down a few tiers, because it is a tank that I spent about £10 on. Yes, it's not a lot, but it is tier 3, and probably one of the worst tier 3s in the game. It is the FCM 36 Pack 40. Honestly, again, look at it. It's paper armor. Anyone can penetrate it. It's very slow, and I just hate this tank. Back in the day, we didn't care what tanks we play, what tiers we play. If there was a new tank, we was going to buy it. And I bought this, paid money for it, and I wish I didn't, because it was probably one of the worst purchases in the lower tiers that I have ever done. So absolutely a horrible tank. do not ever buy this tank. Now, luckily, you don't really see many low-tier tanks coming into the game now or coming back, which is a good thing because, yeah, you don't want this tank. You do not want it whatsoever. It is ugly and it is shit. That then leads me on to number 5 and the last tank on my list. And I've gone with this tank right here. There's loads of tanks that I could have actually gone for, but I've gone for the T44-100. Like back in the day, the T44 was the tank. It was the tank in tier 8, a medium tank that was very, very popular. The T54 in tier 9 was one of the most popular mediums in the game. And then they introduced this, which was basically a premium version of the T44. But of course, it is the T44-100. Now, it does have these side skirts, which can be troll. But ultimately, the tank sucks. It really does suck. It struggles in almost every aspect. I think it, you know, if this ever comes back for sale, then you should stay away from this tank. And ultimately, what Wargaming do is, you know, there's a very bad tank. So what you should do just to get people to buy the tank, or to, you know, to buy into the tank, is give it a legendary camouflage that is the best in the game. Like, because people will then buy the tank because it looks really, really, really good. What do they go and do? They go and probably add one of the worst camouflages in the game, the Hellfire. It's just too much. It is absolutely horrible. It looks disgusting. It plays disgusting. And ultimately, it is a disgusting tank. Definitely not worth buying at all. So that is my top 5. Again, there are other tanks in the list that I wish I would never have spent money. And if I'm going through even just tier 8, the other tank I was on about was, if I can get to it, where I said about the STG. I think it might be this one. It was this one as well, the ST62. This one here, it's a horrible tank. It really is a horrible tank, and I would not recommend anyone to buy this. The version 2, again, I think it sucks. And there's a lot of tanks out there. There are an awful lot of tanks. We haven't even looked at tier 7, and again, there are a few tanks in tier 7 that do suck. But you know, the top tier normally is tier 8. That's the premium tier. So yeah, those are my my top 5. So let me know, what is your worst purchase in the game, the worst purchase that you've ever made in Blitz. Let me know in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye bye.